What's going on, everyone? Randy here, Nerds Templar, back with some more Pokemon TCG collection. And as you can see, we finally have a running top 10 up here at the top. I cleaned off some stuff, was able to do this. But actually, this isn't a current running top 10. This is I'm going to also move my camera over here, might as well. This is a top 10 as of, I think, episode 42, which is, in fact, when I pulled that Gengar there, it was kind of one of the, it was one of the small streams. It was an early stream, but it wasn't like wasn't a big opening. It was a bunch of random stuff that day. It was when I opened the Lost Origin mini portfolio that I had from my local Dollar General and pulled that guy from it. So that was nice. It was the day we opened, I believe, the Houndoom EX and the Melmetal EX battle decks. And speaking of, those are the only things, promos like that, which would actually have made the top 10 here currently, and even the current top 10 right now. I didn't add those in. I just did these. Also, I think Gengar would have missed, but I didn't want to put in my Earthen Vessel Reverse Holo. I just kept that in the thing. But that is actually a little more valuable than maybe the Darkness Energy as well. But that's the old, as you can see, the old Sword and Shield base set Darkness Energy with the play Pokemon. So that I'm pretty sure that came from the first prize pack. Yes. And all we have today in our small stream today, which is actually on time, which is cool. Talked about maybe doing 5 p.m. Eastern on Fridays to do a little better job of actually doing it on time. I'm a little upset that the light here wants to rest directly on Vaporeon V, one of my favorites for sure. And still, obviously, still one of our top 10 because of where it's located. It's pretty clear that it's going to be there for a bit, right? But at the same time, that'll work right there. At the same time, we have these other ones that would have probably made it, some of them. Well, right here, currently, I have still sitting this Palafin, which is only like $1, maybe a little over $1. The duplicate Alakazam EX, which will probably go on TCG Player soonish, which is maybe $1.50-ish, maybe a little less than that. Our secret Lost Vacuum, which would have made it about here-ish, I think. It's 6, maybe 6.5. It really dropped recently for whatever reason. Hopefully it'll kick back up a little bit. I don't know. That's, again, it is from my own collection, so I probably won't end up selling it anyway. So really the only things I want to really worry about, I want everything to go up in value that I have, obviously, for the future. But for now, I guess all I really want to go up in value are the duplicates I get. Those are the ones I need to go up in value, such as that Alakazam EX. But Tatsugiri would have definitely made it. These are now also in order of their value. These are newer ones, obviously. Tatsugiri would have been around here, $8, 8.5, 9, maybe. Awesome card. I love this one so much. It's actually my Discord icon, and it is also one of my phone backgrounds. I think it's the home screen, and my lock screen is Charizard, the one that you'll see. But yeah, this was recent, the Chilling Rain Secret Water Energy, which again would have been about $9 or so. Iono, which we just pulled last stream, amazing card. This would be, I can't remember if it beats Garchomp EX here or not, but it's up here somewhere. And then finally, the best card we pulled, $110 to $120 currently, I believe. The alternate illustration art of the Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. Awesome card. So we actually have 2 Paldean Fates in the top 3. I'm pretty sure they both make the top 3, including this Garchomp. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at right now. I don't believe we had anything else that was up quite that high. So I think once you break like the $20 range, things start jumping pretty quickly. So that's really just right here is broken 20. In fact, I think Garchomp might be the only one here that actually broke $20. Vaporeon V and Espeon V here with the Play Pokemon stamp from either one. I think it was the first prize pack. Both Evolving Skies versions. The one obviously from the prize pack. The Vaporeon, which is stuck in the light. The just regular Evolving Skies. That was our first good pull we ever had. You maybe saw it featured in Decent Pulls #1 series. Anywho, I guess that's about that. We don't really have much else to. We don't have much to do at all, really. Just kind of chat and turn this TV off so that goes away at least. And I can do this maybe. That didn't do anything at all. Just lit up some other things. All right. All we have is our Pikachu here. Gonna get into this. We're getting low on stuff right now, which is okay. I will be purchasing soon. I should really do it really soon. My next Elite Trainer box, because that'll be next, not this coming Friday, but the Friday after that. We'll be opening our next Elite Trainer box as we move into the end of month. And I keep forgetting. I think we're at the end of month 5 here of our collection stream, collection series, or whatever. Both. The stream's actually, I guess, only about a month old at this point. So yeah, Pokemon Go, Pikachu. There's also Snorlax and Blissey. We had the Snorlax. We need the Blissey, I guess, at some point. I might make a little list of things I need to finish off collections I have currently. Some of those things are collections I meant to start. Some of them just happened to start, like from the auction stuff like this. But then, of course, you can see behind me, all that stuff is actually, that's probably the first time you've seen the new look up there. Some stuff you can't actually ever see what's up there, unfortunately, because it's too small. But it is all old stuff. You can maybe tell that we have our decks, all the ones we've been opening. We didn't get to the Quacklevel up there, that blue one up in this corner that I can't seem to point to. That'll be that might be Friday. We do that with something else. Our Gardevoir EX right up above us there at the very, very top because it's the best. Miraidon's over there. We have all the decks basically over there now. The Hound, the Bulbasaur, or the Venusaur, the Blastoise, and I thought you could see maybe they must be like right behind here somewhere. The Houndoom and the Melmetal EX I just mentioned. The Jolteon Tin is up there. Also have our Deck Shield now up there. And we have, I thought we had this. Yeah, there's one, the Water Stacking Tin and the Grass Stacking Tin there. We'll be getting to those. So those are two things we have. We also have our Zapdos EX Scarlet Violet 151 box. Those are that's 4 packs. Those things up there, those tins are 3 packs. And I think that's it. I think that's all we have. Crazy. Okay, anyway. Now that that is done, can I just, yeah, there we go. Good old undo button. All right. There's one of the Pikachus. Let's see. I hate whenever they do them like this. Gotta bend them so hard. This one I'm pretty sure is the Pikachu you get in all of them. This must be the promo for this tin specifically. Actually, pretty sure that is the one that you would get normally in Pokemon Go. It's just holo version, right? And then that would be the, special Pikachu gift delivery. And then there's the third one that's the actual holo rare Pikachu from the set. There's no Raichu, of course, because Pokemon hates Raichu. Probably just as much as I hate getting out and putting cards back into these things. Wow. All right, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Second time around, at least. So there's that. Got our stickers again. More Pokemon Go, whatever you call them, codes. And then my code card. all that. Dog's growling in her sleep. You see her back there? You can just barely see her head, huh? God. I don't know if this is as high as it goes or not. It is, okay. He's back there. Hey, what's going on? Glad you're a fan. Yeah, she's back there. Sound asleep. All right, 4 packs. One of the slightly larger. Are you kidding me, bro? Do you apparently know nothing about this channel? Get out of here. We don't deal in that kind of woke nonsense. All right. Well, we got 5 packs, so 3 code cards. Number 1 for you. I mean, 3 for you. 2 for me. 1 sec. That's strange. Sorry, one moment here. Got to deal with a spammer. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, sorry. Back to what we were doing. Eradicate, which we got already. Probably got most of it. Hold on 1 sec. I need to change the screen so I can see my live reality view. Eradicate. Yeah, Pokemon Go doesn't have a lot of commons and uncommons, and even like the normal rares, so not going to see too many new cards. Tranquil. Bulbasaur. I think we need some Ivysaur, if I'm not mistaken, out of the starters. We also still have a couple, well, I guess we need Radiant, Blastoise, and Venusaur still. Obviously not. Wait. Put all that back together now. Obviously, we don't need Radiant Charizard. We also would need, I guess, the secret other two, the Spark and the other guy's name, even though I have probably more cards of him than any of the other ones. The water guy's name is slipping my mind. Ambipom. Oh yeah, that was going to be the reverse holo, and we're going to have just we're going to have a holo rare or better in every pack because it's Pokemon Go. Not necessarily happening in the other Sword and Shield packs, but it is the case. So that's why I'm not going to call out the borders on the code cards. But yeah, reverse holo Eradicate to go with the other one we just got. I'm pretty sure I have Venusaur and Blastoise holos already, so these will all be duplicate. I have all of them, Charizard as well, so all of those will be duplicates, but hey, whatever. Venusaur's cool. Any starter, I'll take any starter. Got our Lightning Energy, Wartortle, okay. Unpheasant, and a lure module. We have a ton of lure modules. A ton. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon Go is quickly turning into not one of my favorites at all. There's just not. It really doesn't seem like there's anything at all to pull from these. Oh yeah, I thought there was 5 packs. I'm sorry, 4 packs. As there is normally. If it was 5 packs, I would have saved it for a long stream. I'd like those to at least be 5 packs, but I'll go with 4 if I have to on those. Probably also then adding in like a deck opening or something. Because we got 2 decks. We got the Quacklevel that's sitting up there behind my head. I also have Palkia V-Star. In fact, I have 2 Palkia V-Stars. Not playable anymore, but hey, decent deck anyway. Some of the cards are still playable. Pretty sure Palkia V-Star himself is. Don't know how viable the deck is. Like if you would kind of remake it, I'm not sure how good it would be. How many cards are still usable from it? Put those somewhere out of the way. That will work. Again, all the code cards are going to be this. So you'll just have to wait, I guess, until the last pack now for your next code card. Oh, nice. There's a decent pull, I'm pretty sure. As long as this Pokemon's on your bench, the B-Barrel, of course. Cards in your deck can't be directed at Cards in your deck can't be discarded by effects of your opponent's attacks, abilities, item cards, or supporter cards. I can't remember if that's the one that's played or not. I don't think it is. Maybe? Rattata, of course. Seems like we're in a rat phase today. Numel. We have a ton of the Numels as well from Pokemon Go. There's another Raticate. Of course, Alolan Rattatas and Raticates. And that was 4, right? So 5 Tranquil. And then our reverse holo, a Blissey, which we got. Maybe not the reverse holo version, though. That is a rare, so that's cool. Double rare. And Conkeldurr V. The thing about these is just like the Scarlet Violet, you really never know what kind of rare you're going to get because they're all holo or better, right? So it's never like, oh man, it's going to be an unholo, and I know that. And all the other cases be, oh well, it's definitely at least a holo, probably just a holo. But now it's like, it's always at least just a holo. So I don't know. Just me rambling along. Grass Energy, Pupitar. Another Wartortle. Give me an Ivysaur. Nope. Pokestop. That'll work though. That's good. Used card right now. That's the type that I will be, as I keep saying, putting on TCG Player soon. Not yet though. Haven't done it yet. All right. Well, that could end up being the only decent thing we get, and it's not really even that great. I mean, Venusaur might be just as good as that thing, to be honest. Always get my eval thing ready here. So we are all Pokemon Go now today. Yeah, we might end up chatting a little bit, I guess, at the end. We'll save stuff. And you know what? I brought out like a bunch of random cards that were in this little case here last stream with Michael Jordan sitting in the big chair from Looney Tunes. The big chair, meaning the chair going up to the operating chair of Daffy's. I didn't go through those, so I'll go through those maybe at the end of this stream. It's not all Looney Tunes stuff. It's random stuff, but not all Looney Tunes. I mean, not Looney Tunes. I'm sorry, Space Jam specifically. All right, again, I'll keep this code card, and you can have the last one. Slowpoke, Larvitar, Apom. So I do my best to keep my face turned the right way. I'm noticing, because I haven't been watching my videos, I'm noticing sometimes, I don't know how well I'm doing, that my voice obviously cuts out when I'm not facing the right direction. Another Rattata, I think that was number 5. Yeah, okay, so our reverse holo, Magikarp. I don't know, I don't have too many Magikarp. That might be the first reverse holo. Our first reverse holo we ever got at Pokemon Go was a Gyarados, so that's cool, I guess. And then, all right, Melmetal VMAX, that's kind of cool. Gmax Juggernaut, 60 more damage for each extra metal energy attached to this Pokemon, in addition to the attack cost. But you can't add more than 120 in that way, so it's just 5 energy basically for the maximum amount, which ends up being 280. And there you have it. I guess that might not be great, but it is a V max at least. Another V-Star token. We've been getting a few of those now. Pupitar again. Chansey. Give me an Ivysaur. And Spark. All right. Well, one that I still feel, I guess, can get sleeved. I mean, they'll all be sleeved, but in the small sleeve here, which I've been kind of keeping up on, buying more of these so I can use more of them for purposes such as this. Yeah, because that'll obviously go into the collection. Not bad, I suppose. It would have kind of been nice to get one more Radiant. I guess there's only the 3 Radiants, right? Just the starters. But they also have like alternate arts of a bunch of the starters, I think, and other stuff. If I'm not mistaken. So many things we could have gotten, yet we did not. All in all, I guess it was kind of bad, huh? But again, I can't complain because last time we got, well, I guess the Alakazam, which isn't up here anymore, EX wasn't amazing, but Iona was. There you go. Thanks for chilling. It's just Pokemon Go, so I suppose you probably won't get anything decent from there anyway. It's just online anyway, I suppose. Squirtle, Meltan, Bidoof, another Magikarp, and a Pidove. First, reverse holo, which again, I guess could be anything. It's not just reverse holos, right? A Numel, yay. Good, that's probably a duplicate for how many Numels we have. And then the rare. All right, I think that's only my second Charizard. The first one I got in one of those repackaged things, knowing I was going to get it because it was the one on the front. So that's cool. My own Charizard, I suppose, and although they're both my own, really. First one I pulled, let's put it that way. Fire Energy, Blanche. I was thinking it was Blanche, but for some reason, I wasn't sure. Soul Rock and an Egg Incubator. All right. Not too bad, I suppose. Being that it was Venusaur and Charizard that were the regular holos, I think it was all right. Could have definitely been worse. Let us check it out to find out. And then we will know. And this was, I think it was like $7 for both of these tins. I got for 7 because nobody at the auction cared for those. Just like the Iron Treads EX, which was $10, and I pulled the Iona, which is worth 30, plus all the other cards. Probably made about $35 or so on the Iron Treads EX, which would net me 25, right? So that was kind of cool. This was 7. I highly doubt we're gonna make it there, but we can always hope, right? Let us just continue to hope. Is this too big? Let's make this a tad smaller there. All right, we already got this up. Low to high is, or wait a second. No, I did not put Pokemon Go up. But Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. All right, the Numel, of course, one of the worst. It is crazy though that they're all like 3 cents technically to start. A lot of ones we have 4 cents already starting at Egg Incubator. That's really not. That is not bad considering how often you would get these cards. Man, unfortunately, I don't really care to get too many more Pokemon Go things, but I kind of want the products themselves more than the packs of cards, which we'll just end up getting because we keep getting the products, like Radiant Eevee. Now the Blissey Tin, what else? I would need the Elite Trainer box, of course. So just all those packs, crazy. Reverse Hollow Blissey, check that out. Nothing, I guess. 20 cents ish. Have any other decent reverse hollows? Maybe. Had to Eradicate. I don't think I would really call that decent. It would be cool to get we had no Eevees this time or Pikachu's. That's crazy. Or Charmanders. I think we had one Squirtle and then one Bulbasaur, a couple of Wartortles, no Charmeleons or Ivysaur. I have one Ivysaur, I think. Nuts. I have two Venusaur now, two Blastoise, two Charizard. I'm pretty sure I have two of each now, actually. Yeah. 20 cents for the Eradicate as well. That's just like the going rate of the reverse hollows, 18 for the Magikarp. And of course, those are the market values, not necessarily what you may pay for them right now, this very moment. Ivysaur there, the least valuable of them all, of the three of the mid evolutions of the starters, but the one I can't seem to get. I think I have the most Charmeleons, but I obviously now have two more Wartortle, pretty close probably between the two of those. And this Charmeleon's surprisingly low, considering you can still use him to get to a Charizard EX, the ones that's playable, and the other Charizard EX, because don't people also use the regular Charizard EX? The fire type is the other one, is the Terraform, or whatever, the Terra evolution, and that's the dark one. That's the main one, I suppose. Conkeldurr, immediately the first V Pokemon, as always. Slaking, we also have Venusaur. What? Come on, my man. Sylvia, I think we may have a Holo Sylveon now, but we got the reverse Holo first. That was in the very first thing we did, because we did that. I think it's up. No, it's not up there anymore. It is in the middle of my other shelf to the left of me there. The Dragonite V-Star deck thing, which I haven't actually brought out since I opened it. Check that thing out again. I don't know if I would use it, but it is really cool. Premier Ball, that's what it is. The Venusaur 37-ish, I suppose, is not. I don't know why I'm looking at Conkeldurr. I'm just going to look at this market price, 33. Are all the legendary birds in this? I think we have Zapdos from before. It's nice. Charizard is probably one of the best regular holo rares. And again, the first V Max is the V Max we got. The first V is the V we got. The first V Max is the V Max we got. What is this world coming to? This one at least almost breaks $1. So it would at least make my running list of cards that are worth over 50 cents. Although I guess some of those other ones did too, huh? We have this Dragonite V-Star as well as the promo one. There's the Charizard, $1.26. Not bad, I suppose. Get the reverse holo? Yeah, you can get a reverse holo. We have no reverse holos of the final level. We have no reverse holos of any starter Pokemon, no matter what evolution stage it's at, crazily enough. Or Eevee, which I was going to mention earlier. We do have the Sylveon, and we might have the Pikachu reverse holo. I don't know if we have the holo, the rare holo Pikachu reverse holo, though. Not a huge difference in price, oddly enough. $1.26 though, not bad. 5 quarters. Pokestop's worth more. Wow. Whoa. Oh wait. What? Peelable Ditto? Wait. Are you what? Are you telling me that there's cards that you can peel? Wait, that is just nonsense. You don't peel trading cards. How would you know? There's one of my nummels. Oh, oh, I get it. I get it now. Okay. Interest. Man, I'm gonna have to go through all my Pokemon Go cards now. Maybe they're just the reverse hollows of these though. That can be this way. See the very bottom there, since my camera is horrible, you can't, but you can probably notice there's something extra after the Go icon, between the Go icon and the number of the card. And it's a little ditto there. Still not sure about the whole peelable thing, but it is the ditto one, you can tell just from that. So that's interesting. Nice. So a little extra bonus there, Sydney. Thank you. Now, I don't think we had any other reverse hollows that qualified. The Magikarp may have, but it doesn't have that thing. And I'd imagine it's just the reverse hollows. Nope, just the one. But at this point, yeah, we could have had some other ones now that I think about it. Now that I understand, I should say. But that's not bad then. So that's worth. And I was making fun of the Nummel reverse hollow. Worth $1.64, more than Pokestop and the Charizard. So we also then have Spinarak, Ditto himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, the Bidoof as well. And that might be it. Just 3. That's good. I mean, that's fine. That's good. That they shouldn't make too many of them because that's a little overwhelming. 3's enough. Oh man, those would be nice. Those would be good additions to the collection. But no, not even the Mewtwo's. Can't get any Mewtwo's to save our hides. Can't get any Mews in any other sets. It's unfortunate. Some cool cards. Okay, so there aren't really a ton of alternate arts. I was thinking of a Charizard one. I guess there isn't one. I'm thinking of maybe like Lost Origin or something then, or 151 perhaps. But there is a Mewtwo, which would be amazing. One of those $20 cards. Again, we don't have really any. I think that are. We have some approaching $20, but then after that we have $30 plus cards. The Iono, the Garchomp. I guess it's just those two, and then the Charizard. But that is that. All right, not bad. We almost probably made our money back with the Numel, the Pokestop, the Charizard. I mean, the Melmetal gets us close to another dollar. So what? 1, 2, 3. Maybe like $5 right there. We probably didn't break 7, but whatever. That's all right. Got some cards that will probably actually sell. Again, they are maybe I still haven't broken into my own selling from my own excess collection. Only the stuff you see, well, you don't see, but it is in this box here. Those are all the auction cards. Pretty much all the auction cards left that are not like hollow. There are some hollows still in there, but not all of them. What else there are? Oh, and then there's another. This box over here is holding all my Japanese and Korean cards, which I'm probably going to end up selling certainly the Korean cards on eBay in bulk, and the Japanese probably also the same way, except for good ones will probably go on TCG Player at some point. Maybe not right now because again the limited stock that I can have, but we will eventually have more room for that, and we will eventually actually have some stuff up there to sell. Oh, speaking of, now that I guess we're done with the evaluation, thanks for hanging out. If that's all you're interested in at this point, like, comment, subscribe. Here's this little box. Take these cards out so they're not sitting there. Yeah, these are just a bunch of random cards that I think are going to be worth a little bit at least on eBay. Some of them might be again in like a more bulk lot or a lot of 4 or 5 of them. These are all different Space Jam cards first here. Pretty good condition. They're all just newly sleeved up now that I've gone through everything I have pretty much. Slowly getting through all the stuff. That one I think is worth a bit. The Chuck Barkley All-Star cast, and then maybe even the Minion, but the Charles Barkley makes more sense to me. I might not sell these Upper Deck Stickums, Anthony Mason and Sean Kemp. Oh yeah, he's a Charlotte Hornets, but Supersonic back there. That was an interesting one, maybe worth a little bit. A big, what do they call that? Lost in Space robot card. It's like you can maybe see the, like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not an etched card. It's the reverse of an etching. It's like a 3D card, if you will. This one is it's like if Sports Illustrated Kids had these cards that were real thin, flimsy, they had cut out. We saw some Pokemon cards similar to them back in the day. I'm actually going to have to check the values on those things now that I think about it, back in the beginning of the video series. But this LeBron James rookie, I guess you could say, is actually worth quite a bit, even though it's just this flimsy thing cut out of like a sheet of 9. It even has like the edge, like the perforated edge still on it and all that. But that one's in really good condition, I'd say. Got this. Again, not sure if I would sell it unless I got the right price for it. 2 awesome Donkey Kong stickers. We got some old WCW Nitro wrestling cards. Hogan for president. I think that one might be worth a decent bit. Also got this Venomous Bite of Sting. I thought Sting was cool back in the day when I was a kid, so that one might be worth a little bit too. Who knows? And we got some of these. These are actually from the same people, art box, who made the holographic Pokemon, small Pokemon ones we have. But these big ones are WWF or WWE, if you will. Commissioner Foley, which is probably a decent one, I would say. Maybe another decent one. That's The Rock and what's his name? Is it starts with an S? The McMahon son. Is it Sean? Sean McMahon? That's what's stuck in my head, so I'm going to say that's what it is, but it might not be. But The Rock, giving him the I can't remember what the name of that is, but the Rock's signature, one of the Rock's signature moves there. And then one of the coolest, and probably maybe not worth as much, but I think it should be, is SummerSlam. Matt Hardy on a ladder there. Oh, there's not much movement to that. There are different types. The Foley was better than the other one. This Matt Hardy is a 3D. Oh, that's why. So it's not a holographic. It's just 3-dimensional. Then you got a regular one, which was The Rock, and then the full motion Mick Foley, which maybe you could tell the difference there between the Rock's like a couple frames, and then the Foley was like a full, like it says full motion. So there's those interesting things. We got these Pokemon stickers we used, but there's actually 3 in here. The thing they'd be more worth maybe for a collector is the back. I think there's probably a 9-piece puzzle there. Random Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are slightly new, I think, pretty new cards that I got in the auction in my Pokemon lots, bulk lots. Just 2 of those. I don't think they're worth a ton, but they are holos, rare probably at some point of some sort. Maybe back from 2020, actually. They still do first edition, or did first editions back then, at least. LED 06. It also has the EN16 and EN37 after that. which I think sometimes means something about like expansion decks, or I don't even know. I haven't looked. I looked up a little bit of the Yu-Gi-Oh for my own evaluation of my own cards. The few I have left, I'm a little upset that I don't have those left, because the collection I had of those probably would have been worth a little bit as well at this point. But yeah, speaking of more Yu-Gi-Oh, the color test print card somehow made it into one of my tins back in the day, first edition tins at that, and it has the first edition on it. Has like the outline, the border of the stamp that goes at the bottom, not the full thing. I don't know what happened there. The cool Ash Ketchum Topps insert card, I believe, from one of the first two collections probably that they did. The first one was quite exclusive. There weren't very many cards. Oh, and then randomly, one of my only football cards that was, I can't remember what they call it, the variations. It's just the variation with the red border, kind of the hollow red border, and it's nothing. It's like a dollar, like most any other football card is worth about $1. DeAndre Swift. It's not bad, I guess. Whatever. Oh yeah, that's speaking of Detroit. Got my Lions shirt on. I haven't opened football cards in a while, but we'll probably continue to get NFL and probably get some more NBA cards. It'll just be a bit maybe before that happens. I'm not gonna lie. So we've talked about different games, different TCGs that I'd be collecting presently and in the future. Pokemon, obviously. That one, I think, goes without saying. At this point, if you're familiar with my content, though, then Disney is going to probably be number 2, I suppose, at the rate we're going. We'll see, though, what ends up happening, because it could always upset me. You never know what'll happen. You never know what'll happen. So there's those two. That'll, again, probably be number 2. Number 3, I guess we really don't have, but as you can see here, One Piece is a card game. I have some One Piece stuff of my own, but I don't know if I would ever actually. I might just show it sometimes on some random streams, maybe not the Pokemon or Disney collection streams, but sometimes like a more random podcast stream I might end up doing. I'll kind of show whatever, including those. That would maybe be 3 just for me, but that's like, so we could call that like a 3.1, and then a 3.2 would be, I don't really want to buy into the whole Star Wars Unlimited thing yet, but we do have our 2 decks here now, holding in what we currently have 3 decks sleeved up of Disney Lorcana, but I'll probably end up sleeving up 2 more of those, and then have to find a new place for those Star Wars decks, but that's okay. Those are nice deck boxes. They're big enough to hold the whole deck sleeved up as well, so that's amazing that they did that. They're coming out with, as you can see right down here, their second set only. We have the first 2-player starter set that came with those 2 decks. All they've made were the starter sets, the boosters, obviously, and the booster boxes. That's all they got. Oh yeah, they have the pre-release kit as well here. What Shadows of the Galaxy necessarily. There we go. Yeah, they do have the pre-release kit for both the first and the new one coming out. Which, again, if I would end up getting into collecting it at any like higher level, we would probably end up just getting those 2. I might end up getting the next 2-player starter set either way, just to continue to check that out. The Mandalorian is one of the decks, and the other one is, I can never remember his name, but the bad Imperial guy from the very beginning of that whole thing, that whole story line. You can see him in this. Might have him here somewhere. No, it doesn't have his name there. Has it on the box. We just looked this up last time. Moff Gideon, sorry. Hoff. So yeah, we'll probably get that, but if we end up collecting it at any higher level, we'll probably also do the pre-release kits, which seems very similar to any of the other things. You can't see it. Well, maybe you can. Yeah, actually, up there, we have our first Illuminatus Trove from Disney Lorcana, which is the Ursula's Return, newest one of the that was set number 4, so 4 of those. But again, Disney Lorcana has set number 5 coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Shimmering Skies. So that'll be more stuff. And again, in the case of that, if as we ramp up, at least with the Disney collection, we'll probably start not only doing the Lumineers troves, we'll probably also get, of course, we've been getting the starter decks as well. The only other thing they make are usually another collector's item, like one more collector's item every time. It's usually less than the Lumineers trove, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the Lumineers troves maybe about $50 to start. I think these things are usually about 40 to start. They all end up climbing pretty quickly. Disney Lorcana seems pretty popular, which is why we'll probably end up sticking with it. But then, you know, I can't help myself, guys. I've been randomly just to have something on sometimes going to, not necessarily to watch, but just on. I've been going binging, sort of. I can't really call it binging in that case, but sort of binging Yu-Gi-Oh! And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? I guess I wouldn't mind having opening up a couple things, maybe in the future at some point, maybe in the nearer future than the later future. Here's some Yu-Gi-Oh! What I do have left of Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't mean to do this, but we'll do it now. This was what I was going to mention. So we might see this coming in at number 3.1 along with One Piece before Star Wars Unlimited, or maybe it'll be something we kind of come back to after. Maybe it's something that NFL and NBA will end up surpassing as well. These cards are all fake cards. I have no idea where they came from. My grandma got them one time for me. I don't know where they came from, but they're certainly interesting. But then starting, yeah, we did have a little break there. Starting here, we have actual cards. And they are all old because I don't have anything newer than probably like 2005 or something. So they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. I wish I still had all these starter decks because that's what most of these came from, is the Yugi, the Kaiba, the Joey, the Pegasus starter decks. Some of them were from the Yugi and Kaiba expanded, started the ones they came out with later, a little later, like a couple years later. And then maybe some other decks, and then other ones are mostly old boosters. I think this Kodadama is one of the first cards I ever got, maybe. Wish I still had my Wing Weaver, which was one of my first rares I think I ever got. Oh, wait, there it is. Haha. In nice condition. I don't know. It should be the first one. What I'm most upset about is not having my original Blue Eyes. This is the only one I still have, and it's not, like, it doesn't have the, like, original art. I also don't think I have any Dark Magicians left, so that's kind of another unfortunate thing. Pretty sure I gave all my cards away to one of my friends for free, like some silly person would do. As always. As always. A friend that, of course, didn't turn out to really be too much of a friend in the long run, as is usually the case with friendships. Friendships are not easy things to have. At first, it takes two virtues. This is Aristotle's philosophy, which I agree with. It takes two virtuous people in the first place, and also, well, it takes having things in common, but being two virtuous people, you end up having a lot of things in common anyway, even if they're not a lot of, like, particular pastimes that you have in common. You have a lot of other stuff in common which will bond you enough. And then the other thing you need is time, which is a big factor, obviously. So just the virtue and the virtue of needing time, those two things make friendships hard. So not too many of true friendships out there. Oh, of course, the Harpy's Feather Duster, that might be one of the best cards I have in here, up there. And this one, the XY Dragon Cannon, also pretty awesome. Rear Ran, that's probably one of my oldest cards there as well. I always liked Malevolent Nuzzler. I thought that was a pretty strong card. I think it's plus 700 attack. And if you really want, if you pay 500 life points, you can put it at the top of your deck again. Sword of the Deep-Seated. I think these were mostly kept because some of them I think I was using in a deck. Maybe not all of these. Drop Off, always one of my favorites there. This card, wait, I'm just going to read it like this. This card can only be activated during your opponent's draw phase. Your opponent must discard the card he or she draws and put it in the graveyard immediately. Always nice when you know what your opponent's about to draw. Robotic Knight's a little nice and strong, but he's messed up. Yeah, I don't know. Nice red eyes. Summon Skull's cool, but the red eyes, I think, yeah, that's actually another one that isn't the original art, I believe. Monster Reborn, Judge Man. A lot of nice cards from way back in the day. Dark Hole, can't beat having that. Hamburger Recipe, yeah, baby. Ooh, Sword and Shield. It's cool. And Pot of Greed, always needed. 2 hamburger recipes, that's right. And I'm pretty sure I have a Hungry Burger in here as well. But yeah, these, I was going to sell all these, and now I'm like kind of not sure. Did we see Hungry Burger? Thought I had one. Oh, yeah, there he is. All right. Trap Hole, another really good one. Card Destruction is really good too. Swords of Revealing Light, didn't realize I had that back here too. Most of the low cost monsters are pretty strong ones. 1100, 2000, 16, 11, 1600, and 11, or and 1000. Oh, those are 2, 5, and 6 there. Of course, the good old Ryukushin power is 16, 1200. Oh, the Skilled White Magician might be worth a little bit too. Who knows? Luster Shield, Change of Heart. A lot of cards from like the anime, Curse of Dragon, the old one. Gift of the Mystical Elf. That's a obviously different than the Mystical Elf itself. I thought maybe we had that. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh well, so that's that. Some pretty cool cards. Again, they're mostly old. They're not all from the booster packs, like the sets themselves. Some of them, most of them, again, are from D-Spell too. Yeah, most of these are like cards you would have played in a deck together because they're just cards that you would want. Jar of Greed to go with Pot of Greed, Fissure. But yeah, the monsters are pretty random. Enchanted Javelin's good. I always liked blasting the ruins because pretty much ends the game if your opponent can't end it before blasting the ruins takes effect. What is it? You can only activate this card if there are 30 or more cards in your graveyard and inflict 3,000 points of damage to your opponent's life points. So it doesn't end the game, but it effectively ends the game after you have 30 cards in the graveyard. 3,000 life points is a lot to take. So I think, right, you start with 7,000, I'm pretty sure. Man, it's so, okay, so I'm also going to say there's this thing, and I might end up getting it because I end up doing some Walmart shopping every month, usually online. You can also do it in person, I guess, but I usually end up doing it online. Probably shouldn't do it this way, but I will. And I was looking, I'm not too keen on a whole lot of the Pokemon stuff online right now, so I could always again go in person and probably find some cool stuff, especially that Alakazam V or Alakazam EX Scarlet 151 collection, which I still need to get from there. Could always do that, but going on an hour here. I am going to try to keep these streams under an hour, so I'm going to finish up here right after I talk about this, I think, probably. I don't think there's any other card games that we were. Oh, yeah, the other one I am probably going to also consider might end up being number 3 or 4, depending on where Yu-Gi-Oh! And Star Wars Unlimited fall in the long run. And even, again, NFL and NBA cards. That could pick up at some point. I never know. I never know. And again, as funds start rolling in, things will change for the better, hopefully. So, the other one was going to be Union Arena because I am a big fan of Bleach, the anime, and they are going to have Bleach as one of the Union Arena types sets. So as you can see, there's like several different Hunter x Hunter booster box, Jujutsu Kaisen booster box, and the Bleach booster boxes. They're all separate booster boxes. So I'm just going to focus on the Bleach. I'm going to obviously get the Bleach starter deck. Got Ichigo and Renji there on the front, so that's a good way to begin. And it's the 1,000-Year Blood War, so that's what's actually coming out right now. 2 seasons, I believe. I think it's 2 seasons so far. And 3rd season should be coming out this summer, I believe, is what people were speculating, or was what was released about it. So hopefully soon on that. And then the other thing we were going to look at was, how did we end up? Where are we? Oh yeah, we are. Are we already in? Yes. Okay. The other thing was going to be the thing I might end up getting from Walmart instead of here. Pretty much the exact same price, so it doesn't matter to me. But it'll be something that we can. I don't know if it's something that you would even want to use, but I'm gonna get this for the collection reasons because I think it's amazing as a again an old collector of these games. It's something that I saw it, and the fact that it was in stock blew me away. But then I realized they remade it in this year, so it might be one of the newest things that exists right here. Pretty sure this is it. This is obviously the reprint version. I don't know if the Walmart one is, but I'm just going to assume it is. But it's awesome. This thing is, oh wait, there's a better one than this, I'm pretty sure, that we can check out and actually see. I was looking at this just last night, so I know there were 2 listings on here, and one of them had there it is, had the back of it as well as a picture. There we go. So you get here in this thing for, well, this one says 27, but they're the same thing. It's 25, I think, on Walmart. You get 3 decks. Again, I don't think these are ones that you would want to use, but they would be usable, I suppose. Again, we've been in this situation before. Not that we ever used a really, really bad deck in Pokemon. We ended up having a decent one that by the time we went to our first tournament. But this is another thing I could go to the local comic shop to participate in. They do Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments as well, probably as regularly as Pokemon, which isn't too regularly, but it's kind of just enough for me. Maybe just a little more would be nice, but there's always that other place which I'll probably end up frequenting at some point. Right now in the summer, things going on, it's a little harder. But there is a comic shop. Actually, this Sunday I'll be going for my next tournament of the new season or whatever you call it for Pokemon at the comic shop. I meant to look at the schedule that they have to see if they have any Yu-Gi-Oh events coming up. But I know that he has a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. It's right in the front case of the counter. As soon as you walk in, right there with his Pokemon stuff. There's not a whole lot of it either, so they kind of just both fit right in there. Although it seems like he's getting a little more. He might have to switch some stuff around a little bit. Let's see, calendar. What do we have here? So whenever they start doing the pre-releases, I'll probably be on that. If they do for Yu-Gi-Oh, that'd be great. Did they just come out with something? We were looking at it. They always show them on here. Battles of Legend, Terminal Revenge. Of course, I found a nice site too that you can go to see like everything that they ever released, which I always like doing. And for Yu-Gi-Oh, it works quite differently than Pokemon. They don't release a set and then a bunch of products within that set, but they just release different products, and they're all pretty much different. So I kind of like that. It almost makes it, there's less things to get. It's easier to track. I might honestly end up trying to at some point do it because it's probably going to be cheaper, and that's always a plus. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, I was just looking at. I guess I was just looking at that. That was it. I think this might be not the first Battles of Legend, but that might be a newish thing. Yeah, I don't see anything coming up here for Yu-Gi-Oh, unfortunately. Bloomborough? What is, oh, is that the thing that I just saw on the front here? I was hoping that, oh, it is too. What is this? So we're going to start doing this at the comic shop, but not all the other cool thing. Oh, it's some kind of magic thing, of course. Is this like Magic trying to be more kid-friendly? Please tell me it's not. Please tell me that's not what this is. It still looks like there's way too much text for kids to be able to play it, so I'm going to say no. Or maybe it's something for the furries out there. I don't know. But that makes sense now. It makes more sense why they're doing it, because it's a Magic the Gathering pre-release. And man, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing coming up. The Pokemon League on the 14th. $10, noon start. let's do it. Probably gonna not do very good, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's that. Oh yeah, I didn't. What I meant to mention, obviously, going back to here, you get the Yugi deck, you get the Kaiba deck, and you get a Joey deck. It's like the perfect three you would want to like restart a collection if you're an old guy like me. Not you get the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. You see there's the like the main part of the Kaiba, which means you have to have 3 Blue Eyes to go with it, which means you get the Blue Eyes, which is cool. I think he also has the Egyptian gods. So one of either him or Yugi have all 3 Egyptian gods in the deck. I'm pretty sure. You also get wait, there they are right there, sitting on the side. You also get some other promo cards. Red Eyes deck for Joey. There's also some other cool stuff. Yugi's deck has obviously all his things he would have. Although I don't think it has like the Black Magician or the Magician of Chaos or whatever its name is, and it also doesn't have the Blackluster Soldier, his two big ritual cards from back in the day. But it does have Exodia is back. Not only this like strong beefy Exodia like with 10 stars or whatever, but also the regular Exodia, which I thought was cool, and then all his other stuff, all the other stuff, other than those 2 ritual cards that you would expect. Dark Magician Girl. It's kind of the tandem sort of deck. In fact, some of the promos you see here, 2 of them, I think, if not 3 of them, are related to the Dark Magician and or Dark Magician Girl. So I don't know. It's a remake of a thing that they made. I think it was 2016 initially. I want to say. I would imagine this one I know is because it says, but I'd imagine the one from Walmart is also 2024. But either way, it's a good place, I would say, to start a collection. Again, why not? This is kind of cool too. There's a lot of 25th anniversary stuff that is coming out because I guess it's the 25th anniversary, or at least it just was. So again, I guess nice time for me to get back into it. That just says how old I am because I was around whenever it started. Anyway, this is kind of cool too. Can't get it on Walmart, but I could end up getting some of this kind of stuff later on from TCG Player at some point. Again, it's probably not going to surpass the stuff that I end up getting for Disney. Definitely not for Pokemon. It's going to be Pokemon, Disney probably next, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm collecting One Piece myself, so it'll basically be number 3 split between One Piece and either like Yu-Gi-Oh or Star Wars, but then we'll have to see what comes with Union Arena in the future. But I guess that's about all. And then again, sports cards too. And all I really care for sports cards is football and basketball. So that's about it. And because who knows, we could be doing this for years and years. So I have a lot of time to collect and to expand things and to do other things, and for plenty of other card games to probably come out in the meantime while we do this, and check those out as well while we go. You'll be learning my own card games, and maybe those will be even better than all these games, and we'll just focus solely on my own card games. And then because I'd be the creator of it, I would be able to give out all sorts of awesome stuff all the time. So just saying, maybe something you'd like to be on the ground floor of eventually, once you see what the products are. Obviously, my board games, trading card games, tabletop games. I have some like video games, if you will, but I kind of phased out of that a while back and kind of focused more on the things that bring people back to reality and around each other. I think that's kind of what's cool about trading card games and other board games and stuff. Tabletops was kind of where it all started because RPGs, and I was a big MMORPG fan, liked RPGs, never actually played tabletops myself, but thought the idea was cool once I realized what it all was. And then, of course, I like writing stories and coming up with not just like I like writing stories, but I think what I like most about stories is creating new worlds kind of thing, creating new universes, which is right up the alley of campaigns, making campaigns, and especially like making full universes, really, to not just like within D&D, but then I make have my own games full of the like different mechanics and everything that I've come up with from scratch for these different games, for these different tabletops, which other people do too. I'm not saying I'm doing anything new, obviously, but I have done that, and I do want to show that as eventually on this channel. It was one of my main things to do on this channel. that is actually one of the reasons I'm bringing back soon Beyond Lumina. In fact, I'll probably just end up re-releasing those videos shortly, because by the time I catch up, I only have 10 that are public currently. Only the first one's public, fully public. The other 9 are unlisted, but you can find the playlist in the description of the first episode of Beyond Lumina, my own story that I recorded for audio purposes, just to be able to listen to it or watch and read it if you want, with all the captions I put on as well. Down in my videos, you can find that. It's probably one of the first things once you get through all the Pokemon stuff, actually. So I'll probably re-release those, start doing those 10 episodes. That'll be 5 weeks if I do two per week. So that'll give me plenty. By then, I'll definitely be up to episode 20, which is where I kind of want to be to start releasing the new stuff that I have. We'll start doing the new episodes, because I have to obviously record them and edit them all up and all that nonsense. That takes time. It all takes time, guys, just so you know. But then those will be out. And once I hit all of that, I'll be sort of toward the end. We'll definitely be in the thick of things, if you will, by episode 20, well into the thick of things by episode 20. And getting toward the end of the story arc, the Book of Azek is what it's called. Azek Zin, the main character. So yeah, check that out. I think it's pretty good, if I do say so myself. It might seem a little convoluted, but I guess that was, well, one, it's because of my amateur storytelling, but it was also kind of done that way on purpose, so you would have to think about what's happening more, I guess. It's not a story you can just kind of sit down and let tell itself to you. You can, and then eventually everything will be revealed, and you'll be like, oh, well, that's interesting, or oh wait, now I remember that, or whatever. Or, oh, hey, that makes sense. I never really thought about it till now, or something like that. But you will probably have a lot of questions. In fact, some things, I have my sister who's an English teacher, a literature major, if you will, something like that, I guess. But she loves reading. She does all that kind of stuff herself too. But I have her reading my story, or I had her reading my story, and she was asking the right questions I was hoping she would ask about the things I was putting in. But there was one, one of the big mysteries is actually solvable already. It has been, I think, for a few episodes, but you just have to pay enough attention to it. But okay, I said this was going to be under an hour. We're at an hour and 8 minutes now. Just wanted to pander a little bit about my story. But I am super excited about it. I want to do that so I can get some of my own created content out there, whether it be games or stories. Stories is easier to start with. I have to worry less about those being stolen, because it's literally me making a story and posting it. You can't really steal that idea. So yeah, all right. I guess that's it for now. I will catch you guys Friday. It's going to be 5 p.m., so I can hopefully actually do it Friday. You may see me before then, because this is only Tuesday, 2 days between there. Maybe in the morning, one of those days, I might pop back in and we could do something random, or maybe just chill. Who knows? I might show some stuff depending on how much I get organized here with the cards I have in the back from the auction, which I've been working on. As you can see, everything is clear, more clear at least on the table, that we've been able to get our game mat, our 151 game mat down again. Maybe I'll have some stuff to show you and also post it on TCG Player, and we'll look at the live shops. We'll see. Till then, I'm Randy, and this is Nerds Templar, and Sydney over on the big couch that you can't see. For now, peace out. Bye-bye.